Alright, let's get started with a best of one Ikoria draft. I've had most of my success on some combination of Mardu, Human, Sacrifice. Let's see if we can open up the busted cycle deck, or try something all new. Well, that's so. This puts me in black. I really like playing it as a creature and then like putting other mutate things on it because I think 6 CMC is really tough here. There's some other really good cards in this pack. I'm really high on taking Marmosets early. And the Hemophage is just a great card, even if you're not in a mutate deck. We see this Reanimator piece, but not much in green here. This person's picking really quickly. So things that I'm looking at that might wheel are Mystic Subdual, which really only you want in the spells deck. Hoping to get a Frostlinks back if we're in like blue-black. And maybe we'll see the Lurking Deadeye, so we'll see what comes back. I got past a Valiant Rescuer. So at least this guy is not in the cycling deck. And there's really Grim Dancer is the only thing else pulling me into black. But without removal and a chance at going to the best deck in the format, it's the right thing to do. Valiant Rescuer. Even though I really, really do want to pick the Grim Dancer. Things of note that might come back out of the pack for me is maybe the Crystal, maybe the Land, maybe Cathartic Reunion. Okay, let's see what we got here. So right now the leading pick is my Cycle 1, Frostbale Ambush. I'm pretty low down on Cycle 2 cards, and Rooting Moloch is pretty good, but if I'm not the cycling deck, I want to do something that's red, that is black. And Moloch doesn't really support the mutate plan on black. I'd be happy to take one later, but right now it's just Cycle 1. Prickly Marmoset, always good, but it's at the common slot. Only one other Cycle 1. Pacifism still in the pack, so like I think I'm in the strong lane to go to cycling. Pick 4, usually Marmoset should be out of the pack if seats. So this guy passed Rescuer, this guy, and these two passed Marmoset. I think it's more important to have Marmoset than a generic Cycle 1 right now. I want to put my feet down and say nobody to my left is getting payoffs. They could take Cycle 1's pack too, but they're not getting payoffs. Slightly more difficult pack. We could take the Lava Serpent, which is just strong top end. It does have cycling. We'll play a Pacifism. And Divine Arrow is very good at taking care of certain things. I think I'm on the removal plan a little bit here. We'll get more Lava Serpents if we want them, but removal going at this point is more important. So I think, I would rather take a Cycle 1, but let's just take Pacifism here. Cycle 1, bing bang boom. Blue-red spells is very open from what I see between Essence Scatter and Spell Eater Wolverine. Wolverine does a really good Prickly Marmoset impression, but I'm not scraping for payoffs quite yet. I'd much rather get my base of Cycle 1s. with 2 good payoffs, and I think this is going to the board. There's no way I'm ever casting this, even with Splash. So let's see what we get here. This is a more difficult pick. So this does have Cycle 2, which is useful for us, as well as it being a combat trick, which can be useful if somebody's like using damage-based removal on like a Marmoset. I will note that I haven't seen a Snare Tactician yet, which means that we need to maybe start backdooring into a different archetype. So I saw that blue-red spells seemed kind of open. Gust of Wind is still here, Forbidden Friendship is still here, so I'm going to go down that route, and a Marmoset's not bad there. This is great for Pump the Team. We do have a mutate target between Friendship and Marmoset, and if we ever do cast a Phantosaur. It's a decent body. I don't want to play it, but I think if it beats a Cycle 2, it beats a Reunion. So we're going to go for the upside here. We wield the Marmoset. So I think we are in red. We have some spells payoffs, but we know we're in red. We don't know that we're in white. We have 2 good picks in white. We could take some fixing, especially if we like open up a Fox. We're really light on Cycle 1 here, and we didn't see a whole lot pass to us, so that's kind of alarming. I think take the fixing in case we end up on a 3-color deck. Now we're getting to some shaft picks, so anticipate to the board. I'll take a Raptor. Take a Cat. And a Crustacean. Here's a payoff that we like quite a bit, but I think I like the Stinger more. Reflection ends games pretty quickly, but we are already doing pretty well on our payoffs, and something that can cycle for 1 is better than a card that's dead without cycle, even though I really like the Reflection. We saw a payoff wheel, but we didn't see a whole lot of cycle 1, so I'm more in this boat. So we're in best of 1, so I'm fine with taking like a Shredded Sails. And the rare is gone here, which means that this person didn't take a cycling card of any sort. None of them are at the rare slot. So we could either do like a Will of the All Hunter pump spell, but I think maybe being able to take care of like a Glimmer Bell before it mutates, or hitting like key artifacts like the Mechagodzilla, I'm in for this. Although the Raking Claws is very useful with a Marmoset. Raking Claws wins games. I like the leak. I want to send the signal that cycling's being eaten up. We need more cycle 1s. I think payoffs will flow. Wolverine we can pick up in pack 3. So I feel like I'm kind of forcing a little bit, but I see the lane being open with a powerful uncommon. We got a couple pricklies. I haven't seen any Snare Tacticians, which makes me think that another Cycler is around, but I was past the Zenith Flare. We just snap that up, and maybe this whole pack is bonkers. We are the cycling deck now. We'll take anything with cycling on it. Snare Tactician, Memory Leak, both still in the pack. This is insane. Yep. Snare Tactician, everything's coming up Millhouse. So we really have to work on our cycle ones. I think the only payoffs that I take over cycle 1 right now is maybe a second Zenith Flare or Snare Tactician. Stingers will be fine, but we really do need to ratchet up our cycle 1s so we can cut lands. But there's a Snare Tactician. This is like the most lethal combo I've ever seen in Limited. Pacifism will help us against the Mutator type decks. Friendship helps us play to board, but that might be a cut for us. Pong, color, cycle 1. So what's flowing here? I see a lot of black flowing. We've seen 2 Space Godzillas. Typically you only see 1 per pack, or 1 per pod. We see a Parcel Beast going by, Mutual Destruction. Looks like black is kind of open. I don't know what else other people are playing. I would love a third Marmoset, but with these 4 already, Go for Blood is insane for multiple reasons. So this is kind of an interesting pick. Frilska Mentor might have been the pick for me if I didn't pick up 2 Snare Tacticians. With Snare Tacticians, I don't need any help getting the Prickly sets to get through. So I think I'm going to go for the Bloodfell Caves and lean on black because I do like casting Memory Leaks. God, I still can't believe that pack that had Zenith Flare, Snare Tactician, and Cycle 1s in it. Okay, so this comes back to us. Blue-White Flyers is open. Looks like. You know, no matter what, this is kind of a bad pick for us, so let's take a Cycle 2. Nobody's in Reanimator, surprisingly. Take a cat, don't play it. This is interesting, but Tentative Connection, don't play it. Hey, take the uncommon, don't play it. This I will take. So I'm not going to play all 3 of the tap lands, but I think I can get into castable. This is interesting. God, what a pack. And it's not for us. I actually think that Blood Curdle is our pick. We're light on removal, not that we need it. Checkpoint Officer doesn't do anything with Snare Tacticians. And we've already picked up a black source for Splash, and we might wheel this one. So this is a weak pack for us, but we can certainly get a playable out of it. At this point, picking up Marmoset might be useful. We do have 3 Cycle 2s in the pack, so one of them is going to come back, which is what's pushing me into taking the payoff. Fire Prophecy, we don't see Cycle 1 here. Somebody's really taking the Cycle 1s while I'm taking the payoffs. Fire Prophecy helps us with the go wide, beat your face in plan. I really like Coordinated Charge with Valiant Rescuer, but I'm hoping that we see one more, and we really do need Cycle 1 to get this deck to pop off. This is really interesting with Valiant Rescuer. If we saw this mid-pack 2 before we got our Snare Tacticians, this would be a very different pick, but we're in pack 3. Take Cycle 2. Nothing that reads cycling on it. So we do have a Mutator. We do have a little bit of go wide. Some colors, it's a bear. And it can win a game off of this guy because, wow. This is tough. I think Weaponize. We've got Army in the Camp, Valiant Rescuer, and its reach. Since our Zenith Flare won't always be cast for lethal, this is a fine pick. I hope to get a Cathartic Reunion, but we need to play the board. Only playable. Probably will cut it. Might come back. So we didn't see any blue cast. Perfect. We got our Coordinated Charge that we wanted. We'll cycle it a lot, but it can go for a win with Valiant Rescuer. I like Lava Serpent here. It's just a big body, and we can definitely get there with the aggro plan. Cast and cut. I think we're splashing the Cardinal. I feel like this deck is, or this particular build looks a little soft to mutate. Sure, I'll take Prickly Marmoset number 4. So we definitely didn't get there in Dirge Bat. We're going to have to work for this one. Filler, but it'll be good to have. So we're definitely not on like the spin your wheels cycling type of game plan. We definitely have to play the board first. Let's see what we can do here. Cut islands. Sure, I'll add a swamp. I'm not sure weaponize goes here, but let's see. What's our creature count? We have 14 creatures, which is a lot for a cycling deck. We have quite a bit that do the thing here. Let's see. So let's look at our cycle ones that are truly cycle one and nothing else in our deck. And our cycle twos go here. So this puts us up at 16 lands. I'm not sure that's the right number for this deck, so let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cycle 1. 4 cycle 2. There's some other cycle 1 and 2 that I'd much prefer to cast. So we can cut 2 lands, go up to 15 in total. 2, 8, 9, 15. Yep, that's the spread. 2 sources black. Typically you want to see 3. I actually want Cast Hurdle, and it doesn't have to come out on 4. Spell Eater Wolverine will do probably better than Prickly Marmoset in most. So we have to make 2 cuts here. I think we cut Forbidden Friendship. That doesn't do a whole lot for us. And I want these 2 things to come together. Like, this is just a great bear. And then we mutate and we build our own coordinated charge. That might be a little too cute. I think Weaponize is not the right call here, even though it was kind of a free roll pack that we saw it. Okay, so this is the deck we're going with. The game plan is to get in for some chip damage relatively early, and then like go for the win off of Zenith Flare or fully powered out Coordinated Charge or Leosaur Mutate off of the Valiant Rescuer. But in general, I see myself getting in for 5 to 10 damage and then finishing off with the Zenith Flare. We don't have enough cycle 1 to really support the plan, but we'll see what happens. This one's rough. We can't even cast our healer. Pacifism. It's just kind of clunky. Punished. Alright, we're going to keep this. And we put up lanes to the bottom. Excuse me. So I think we run out Stinger on 2. Hi, you're Whisper Squad, free roll Gigantha. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can curve out. Green, black. Okay. I won't fault you for just activating Whisper Squad. So we whiffed, but that's a fine pickup for us. So let's swing. Okay. So we play our tap land. And I think we cycle to do our thing. Let's see how many Whisper Squads he gets. Hopefully he doesn't have Bastion. It would be pretty terrible for us. Although we can keep up with it with the Stinger. Take two. Cool. You drew a Whisper Squad. That sucks. If I rip a land, I think I just play you. I'll start accepting the foot race. Play you out, and next turn, maybe it's Healer Memory Leak. So you're 4 squads. Squad up. What is he threatening here? If I block with a Wolverine. He is threatening 4-2. I accept your race. And now he's off of it. So maybe it's the right play to leak. So we definitely play our land. Cycle leak. No attacks. He could just get Coil Bug. I'll fire Prophecy his turn. More. Very good. That's 2 attackers. I'll do this. This kind of telegraphs, but I don't care. We'll put back this. Get ourselves a cycle 1. I think I cast Healer Cycle. Giganta. This makes things a little different. So we play out the Marmoset, and we could block quite a bit coming in. We could block the Giganta coming in, take 4. I think I cycle away Frostveil Ambush, no matter what. Take 7. Yeah, I can get rid of Giganta next turn. Or I could just go for the win. That makes it a lot harder to go for the win. Cast Healer. Then we do it on. So 3 mana. How much damage can I push with Prickly Marmoset? Kind of not enough. So we hold. Hitting Giganta with Pacifist would be the worst thing in the world, but it's still a mana accelerant. So I think I died to pump here, but I clean the board. And I go for a win next turn. Does Healer or Sting? You feel like you always got it. Yeah. Zenith Flare. Pass to attackers. Now I'm really out of gas. But they're also not quite on board. If they're spending time doing coil bug things, they still have to get their set. Am I dead to board? Kind of looks like it. Yeah, I'm dead on board. Good game. Didn't quite get there. Didn't hit Snare Tacticians, which kind of sucked. Missing land drops early really just kind of clumped out my hand, too. Their Whisper Squad draws were pretty slick. This isn't the kind of hand that you want to start with. Tap plan really isn't great for me. Mulligan. I'll keep this. And we'll put Curdle on bottom. It's our splash. Red. Blue-white, Spring Draw Trap. White. Let's run out the healer. Play the board, even though you usually want to cycle it. It's a blue-white deck. Getting in for chip damage is a pretty good deal. Cycle 2, Spring Draw Trap. Farfinder, okay. Find your splash. There's your red source. There you go. Stuck on 2. Oof. Here you go. Pick it off with your trap. It's 5 Thundermane. I'm fire prophesying that. Fire Prophecy, Thundermane. Put sand one back. Go smash. We're in a tough spot here. But at this point, like, playing Marmoset isn't the worst thing in the world. Ooh. Ooh. What is this deck? Well, starting 0-2. This sucks. This makes him unable to attack with the Thundermane. It might have been the right play to activate Trap, but maybe he was taking the action. What is this deck? Target player scoops it up. Alright, let's see if we can get somewhere. Jeez. Is there anything I can switch out here? I'm not seeing Valiant Rescuer so far. Just does kind of suck. You know what? Let's get rid of this. Go Friendship. Weaponize. It's a new deck, guys. New deck. 2 cards. 5% different. Something. This really showcases why you need a lot of Cycle 1 and Cycle 2 is unacceptable. Gyruda companion, you're kidding me, man. Well, maybe it's a trash deck, who knows? But they can get quite a bit out of us. They can get playable hand, Marmosets. I love Marmoset in multiple and a little bit more play to the board matchups, but not seeing a 2 of Snare Tacticians has hurt quite a bit. Red. Tap light, go. That'll be helpful. Putting Curdle on a Marmoset after his Gyruda turn will be useful. Blue. Let the flood begin. Marmoset number 1. Would you like to counter it? Okay. Fine play, fine play. Marmoset number 2. Oh, this could be bad. I do have the pacifism, and I can replay Marmoset and pacify. But I'd rather take a hit, develop board. I'm not sure if I play out Lava Serpent at this point. He gets Strand Stinger. Might have been better to get Glimmer Bell there. I could just plug all day. No blocks. Coordinated charge, I do want to hold. I do want to go wide. Right. Let's pacify Garuda. If he bounces his own Garuda, then good for him. Marmoset. No attacks. I won't block the Pyro if he swings. I don't want to get blown out by that without having mana open to cycle. And I'm still at pretty healthy life total. And at this point, the Lava Serpent doesn't do as much as I want it to do. But we're on a clock now. And alright, so how much damage can we push here? Every cycle represents 4 damage. If I do cycle on no blocks, and then give one of them double strike. Not quite enough right now. So we pass. He is going to couple up on board though. Like, I'm going to 0-3 with this. Guaranteed. Pass to attackers. Why is this deck in the O2 bracket? Okay. There's Mr. Snare Tactician. Gainland, Snare Tactician. We've got a game. Okay, he's gonna gust. Quickly Marmoset. Fine call. He's got so many cards in hand, he must have more threats. Maybe that's why he's in this bracket. He's tons of spells. Okay, get him for your damage. That was a weird. Curdle will be very interesting. Play back to board. Tap his thing, kill his thing. Hexproof. This is a pretty big wrench in my plans. Deck damage. I'm in the lead. And I'm at pretty safe life total. I still have life gaining from Zenith Flare. Must have been first big Gyruda that just really went off the rails. 2 Fire Prophecies, that's still pretty good. He'll hit Gyruda and I'll curdle it. And play to deck damage. If he swings out, Ferocious Typerilla might actually be the play here. So I can jump Gyruda a ton. Can he grow it? No mutate nonsense happening here. Kill his mass creature. Okay, I'll take it. Two more draw steps. Put token there. Eat healer, eat stinger. Take 1 damage. Do it win? One crack 5, 7. Let's see, do it go for the win? I still think it's right to pass turn. Got there. Jeez. Use all gas for a while. Hey. Alright, let's see if we can get to 2. I want 3, man. I want 3. You flew too close to the sun, man. I did kind of get there. Yep, this is a hand. Kind of want to run out Forbidden Friendship first. Some more bodies. And something for Wolverine. Okay. Are you right back, Zach? Cool, cool, cool. Let's play Marmoset first. So I have an attack next turn with Marmoset. Granith Healer. Ooh, Rescuer. He choked on mana, and technically so have I. So let's just cycle now and hope for land drop. Cycling for life, hoping to hit land, hits land. Wait, a Bastion of Remembrance deck? Pacifism. Great answer. Great answer. So let's go ahead and cycle this now. Excellent. Do this. Do this. Get another trigger. We're gonna go for a huge coordinated charge play. With 5-6 bodies against 2, like that's pretty big. That helps against the coordinated charge play. Zenith Flare. Now let's see if we hit land. Marmoset number 2. Okay. I think I put the Wolverine up before Marmoset. Do I just flare the Heatbender? I think I do, before the life gain gets out of control. And like, Curdle is the only other answer I have for it, and I want the effect off the board. Ooh, that's tough. Let's get rid of free. See you later. Attack? Not even offering trade. Alright, Cycle Healer. Pass. Kill it before his end step. I'm hoping to pitch a land off of Fire Prophecy. Let's take care of Day Squad Marshal right now, though. Oh, Death Dweller. That's pretty good. Hopefully I can get a Curdle soon. Cycle Trigger gets me to see another, and Weaponize is really going to get there for me. And now with 2 Marmosets and the super wide board. I have 12 attacking bodies currently, so charge is like a big deal if I can get like Snare Tactician down. Let's see what I rip. Land, which is just fine with me. Math is for blockers. This no matter how he does this, even if he does survive, he's going to be low enough that removal spell kills him, or he can't actually attack the life total. These are my tokens, which is fine play. So let's hit my +2/+1 button. I punch up a healer and a token, but then I just win. And that's the power of Valiant Rescuer. And why I really wanted that coordinated charge. Alright, we got to 2. Got my 2 packs, man. Alright, let's get my gems back, though. Hey, there's a Snare Tactician. Yeah, this is a keepable hand. Marmoset off the top would be great. Now that I have 3 lands. Like, perfect draw would be Marmoset, land, cycle 1. Let's get him for a little damage. Coordinated charge. This is a weird cycling deck. Land. Eats a thing. we got there.
Supposed to be